Kazana about to take a gate one from the outside, and then we await Caprivi, who's been in quite a mood from the time she entered the mounting yard. Now Kazana's linked in out in gate 15 next to Swift Telly, Belkenna. It's only Caprivi to come along and we'll have them right for the first on the card. Caprivi, after all of that, just walked calmly into the stalls like nothing had been going on at all, and she's happy to play the game now. She's locked away into the gates, and we're about to see them off in the first of the afternoon. Light flashing, track slow, rail out 6, and set footy day today, and they're all in for race 1. Set to go. Off now. River Crossing began very fast down on the inside. Quilt raced greenly early. Flamber shot away and went straight down to the rail in front. Canella's crossing down to the flat side, and that's the only 4 going to the flat rail. Crystal Lover's making a beeline across the track to the outside rail, where Rustic Cell and Corona Star had bounded out fast, and they show the lead together, heading to the 600 metres. Just in behind them is Queen's Gate, followed by Swift Telly. Harmless near the middle of the course, and in behind those is Caprivi and Kerry Lass, followed by Espadon. A fair way back in the field is Belkenna, Kazana and Elmavira, last of the grandstand division. Flamber led the flat. River Crossing under extreme pressure behind her on the inside, and Quilt is out wider, followed by Cornella. On the other side, Corona Star, Rustic Cell and Queen's Gate coming at them hard on the grandstand side, with Quilt racing to the lead from River Crossing on the flat. Queen's Gate on this side, Quilt and River Crossing on the other side. There's not much in this. Quilt on the inside and Queen's Gate the outside. I'm not really sure they're on opposite sides. It's either Queen's Gate or Quilt ahead of River Crossing third, in front of Canella and Flamber. The other horses coming down the grandstand side there are including Rustic Cell, Belkenna, who made some ground from Kazana, Espadon, and they're followed further back in the field. Kerry Lass there in company with Swift Telly, and then Caprivi, Elmavira. Corona Star dropped right out of it, that grandstand side. Crystal Lover one of the last, and Harmless about last of all at the 1800 metres for race number 2. Allen Vale moved in, so they've moved round to the stalls, linked up, and they've gone into the gates quickly, and now they're on their way. Simply Success, one of the first to bounce out on the inside, goes off, was out well too. Threadneedle is going forward. Magic Pursuer settling behind them fourth, and the Purple Cap being followed then as they settle fully into stride at the head of the other horses by Allen Vale over on the outside. Then Well Stamped, and behind them Wolf Cloud and Rashid dropped out the last of all as they head to the 1400. Threadneedle's worked to the lead now, a length and a half in front. Simply Success will sit in for a trail. Goes off as third on the outside, 1.5 Magic Pursuer and Allen Vale together. A length and a half further back in the field, then Well Stamped on the outside from Wolf Cloud, and back last of all is Rashid, and they've gone past the 1200 with Threadneedle the leader. Simply Success only a half a length away, moving up on the outside of the leader. 2 lengths back goes off, and around it is Allen Vale, who's trap wide. Magic Pursuer over on the inside, 1 Rashid, followed by Well Stamped, and Wolf Cloud is last of all. No pace, so Oliver lets Simply Success stride again, and he worked to the lead 3/4 in front. Threadneedle second, Allen Vale third, Rashid wide out and goes off, and the Yellow Cap running fifth. 2 lengths behind them, Magic Pursuer on the rail when they came near to the home turn, followed by Well Stamped, and back last of all is Wolf Cloud. Sprint home at the 600 metres, getting off the rail, Simply Success. Threadneedle coming through on the inside of it again. They lead around the home turn from Goes Off under the bat. Over on the inside, Magic Pursuer working home fairly well. Allen Vale, the grey, pull to the outside when they corner. Threadneedle leads at the 400 metres from Simply Success. Magic Pursuer and Wolf Clouds come right through from last on the inside, running home very well. Allen Vale the widest runner, Threadneedle the leader. Allen Vale the outside, Wolf Cloud through on the rails are coming at Threadneedle with 100 150 metres to go. Alan Vale getting up on the outside of Threadneedle. Wolf Cloud on the rail. Alan Vale is coming home the better for Mark Flaherty's one ride for the day, and it'll be coming up trumps. Alan Vale wins it a long head to Threadneedle and Wolf Cloud third. A Gap Magic Pursuer followed by Goes Off and Simply Success, and back behind those to finish Well Stamped and the very erratic Rashid, who hung badly, ended up on the outside rail and was last of all. Judge calls for a photo. 1:53.1 the time. Alan Vale finishing the race. Here's Winning His Best coming up into line. Last start second behind Tara Kahira, who's won since. Rona to the outside. So they're all in now, third of the day. Betty Chateau down on the inside stood well. 1,400 metres are about to break. Field of 9. Starter has them. All clear. Off they go now. Betty Chateau a little slow. So too Market Price, who gets back at the tail end early. And Love Seen is the first out. Lands 2 lengths in front of Monterey Lass. And Blushing Miss. Winning His Best is going up on the outside of those two when they settle down. And behind them is Attila Lass about 6th or so over on the inside. Being followed then by Market Price moving up around her. Interest only towards the end of the field is second to last, and Betty Chateau last when they went past 1,000 metres, and Rona's caught out wide going towards the front, where Love Seen led. Winning His Best has got the second. Rona is moving up third on the outside of Monterey Lass. A length and a half to Blushing Miss, and then came Attila Lass, being followed by Market Price. Interest only is second last, and 1.5 to Betty Chateau. Nearing the turn, Love Seen, the leader at the 650, is going to corner a narrow leader. Winning His Best is second on the outside of her. Rona's been deep all the way. Monterey Lass just behind them from Blushing Miss. Attila Lass over on the rail. In behind those, Interest Only, and then Market Price and Betty Chateau. Homeward bound, Winning His Best after the leader, Love Seen. Wider out on the course now, Rona coming at them. Blushing Miss is the deepest runner. Attila Lass going for runs between horses. Market Price still spotting them a start. 250 to go here. And over on the outside, Rona in front. Coming after it is Market Price on the outside. Rona from Market Price, Attila Lass. It's Rona in front. Market Price pegs it back, 50 out. Market Price getting the Rona, going home the better, and Market Price won it by a long neck to a half length to Rona. 3 lengths away third, Attila Lass, followed in by Love Seen and Interest Only. Then Monterey Lass Winning His Best, tiring in the run home, being followed then by Blushing Miss, and Betty Chateau trailed them all the way. Good victory to the favourite, coming from a good way back, number 9, Market Price, ridden by Greg Childs, trained by Peter. Race number 4 about to get underway. 13 of the football clubs represented, and they're about to jump. Off on the Footy Cup now, Educate out fairly towards the inside. Nicola Lass gets back in the early part, and so does Sky Heights to second last. Apogee Storm and All the Blur bounce out in front, and they lead to Storm and Prince settling third, followed by Admired and Educate getting up on the inside. Coupled to Dana Jiver and then Blueber in the all white, followed by Manila Pan and the Footscray colours over on the rails. 2 lengths behind them, Wajib Star, and they're followed by Prospero. Then back behind those horses, about a length and a half away to Haywire. Towards the end of the field then is Sky Heights. He's a long way back over on the inside in company with Nicola Lass. Storm and Prince had bolted clear coming towards the home turn, about 4 lengths in front of All a Blur. Running third, Apogee Storm on the outside, followed by Dana Jiver in 4th position around Educate. 2 lengths further back in the field then at the head of the other horses is Admired, making some ground, and they're being followed when they corner. Swinging to the outside now with its run is Bello Senor. Bello Senor coming wide, but the leader is Apogee Storm after it. All the Blues battling. A gap to Admired, getting into 4th placing now. Manila Pan is battling. Sky Heights has come through on the inside, but still about 4 lengths away. Apogee Storm and Prince. Apogee Storm on the outside and Storm and Prince. Here's Prospero coming home, and Bello Senor in the Tigers colours is coming after them. Bello Senor swapping the leaders with Prospero, but Bello Senor beat Prospero. Apogee Storm holding third, and Sky Heights rattling through on the inside. Storm and Prince are weakening 5th, and they were followed by Haywire. Back behind those to finish in the race was Dana Jiver and Admired together, and then came behind these Blueber in the all white from Wajib Star. Manila Pan towards the end. Nicola Lass was one of the last, and All a Blur next to the rear of the field in company with Educate. Tools, and they're now ready to go. Lusku was the last locked away. And they're about to jump, race 5. Time scale on the inside. Off they go. And a beautiful start too. Timothy Tam, one of the first to break the line from Uncovered, who jumped well. Pirate Copy is up there from Look for Mercury. Bay Demas, Timescale pushing through on the inside. King Cossack going forward as well, and then Ushku very tightly bunched as they go past the 1200 metres. Bay Demas is working to the lead here from Pirate Copy. King Cossack settling a neck away third, and then 2 lengths back to Uncovered. Over on the outside of him is Ushku, about 4 wide. Timescale the rail and about a half a length away, then Look for Mercury. 1.5 Royalty Galore, followed by Timothy Tam a long way back with Carinia Habit, honourable mention. Jet Lag next to last, and back at the tail end of the field is Square Time. Bay Demas well off the rail, heads to the 600 in front. Pirate Copy near the inside. King Cossack under pressure before the bend, and then Ushku around it. Uncovered about 5th with the white sleeves and cap, followed by Look for Mercury. When they corner, Royal Galore is the deepest runner. Timothy Tam under the whip behind them when they corner. Honourable mention trying to get into the clear, trying to push Jet Lag out of the way, out wide. Passing the 400 metres now, they're across the track with Pirate Copy bursting to the lead from Bay Demas. Ushku running on well on the outside, clear of Uncovered, Royal Galore. Jet Lag and honourable mention the widest runners. Pirate Copy's grabbed and headed by Ushku. Royal Galore coming at Ushku. Carinia Habit's got up on the rails. It's Ushku out wide in front of Royal Galore. Ushku and neck to Royal Galore, honourable mention. But Ushku wanted a head to Royal Galore. Honourable mention a close third from Carinia Habit, Jet Lag, and then came King Cossack, Pirate Copy. Next to finish in the race was Look for Mercury, and they were followed by Bay Demas, Uncovered and Timescale, Timothy Tam towards the end, and Square Time last. Field ready, Northern Cyclone just getting on the toe a bit, and Attendant climbing in there. Nash Rawiller on board his last ride before going out to service suspension. Off they go. Northern Cyclone began well. They're all going to come to the outside with one exception, and that is Jewel of Kingston, who'll fly solo down the inside. Fuss began well, but there's plenty of pace out here, and Swift Avenue leads. Black Festival, Northern Cyclone going up in the orange sleeves and cap to join the leading 2. In behind them then came Solid Wood settling down 4th with the pink blinkers. They're followed by Indian Blade against the outside rail, and then Captain Cortez Clan. Behind those horses then is Wilkinson. Endless Power's a good way back from Final Way, and Fuss is last of the grandstand division. And over on the other side there, Jewel of Kingston keeping up with them for the time being. They come to the 300 metres now. Northern Cyclone's the first under pressure. Solid Wood and Black Festival race to the 200 metres together now. Clear of Indian Blade. It's Solid Wood bursting to the front. The overall leader, Solid Wood, with Indian Blade coming at them in Endless Power switching course. Solid Wood tackled by Indian Blade. Indian Blade and Solid Wood, they hit the line, nothing in it. Either Indian Blade or Solid Wood. Endless Power flew home to grab third ahead of Final Way. Northern Cyclone tastes defeat for the first time. Jewel of Kingston the first time on the inside of the track, and then came Captain Cortez. Back behind them was Wilkinson, being followed by Clan Fuss towards the end, Swift Avenue after showing pace, and one of the last, Black Festival. Photo his roll, takes the outside gate, and they're all in. Set the break, off they go now over the distance, and Streak was one of the best to appear. Will ease early. Zabwan and Wayland away nicely from Real Zeal, pushing up on the inside. Beaufort missed the grey is going forward, and Sky Trist from the outside barrier is speeding across the field as they head towards the turn out of the straight now, and Cassidy has taken Sky Trist to the lead, turning to the riverside, and she leads a couple of lengths to Real Zeal on the inside of Beaufort Miss. Just behind them in 4th is Zabwan, who's travelling out 3 deep around the outside of Wayland, the centre. Exciting Ranch on the rails, and then came Streak, who races just inside Free Flow with Galaxy Jack last of all. 1900 to go, and Sky Trist the leader, about 2 1/4 lengths in front. Beaufort misses second, 2 lengths away Real Zeal. Wayland is next between horses when they run down the riverside. Zabwan is outside it, about a length further back Exciting Ranch, followed by Free Flow. Second last is Streak, and Galaxy Jack last of all by the 1700 metres. Sky Trist allowed to bowl along leisurely in front, about 3 lengths in front. Running second, Beaufort Miss. Real Zeal the inside. 1 further back in the field, then Zabwan, who's racing 3 or 4 wide there. Wayland is in the centre. 1 to Exciting Ranch, and they're followed by Free Flow, who's racing around Streak, and still last is Galaxy Jack, and they've gone past the 1400 metres. Sky Trist about 2 lengths in front. Beaufort misses second. 2 lengths to Real Zeal, third on the inside of Wayland, and Zabwan on the outside is now pushing up to be a clear third. 2 lengths lengths to Free Flow, who's racing around Exciting Ranch with Strick in the middle, and Galaxy Jack is last of all. Sky Trish the leader. Beaufort misses a length away second. A length and a quarter Zap One, who's in third by the 1,000 metres from Wayland, and then came Real Zeal on the rail. One to Free Flow. One further back is Strick. They're really quickening the tempo now. Exciting Ranch is next to last, and Galaxy Jack is under pressure and last of all. 700 to go. Sky Trista's going to come to the corner. A half in front of Beaufort Miss and Zap One. They're followed by Wayland pushing up into fourth, placing in the Lime Cutters. Real Zeal on the rail. Streak is next. Free Flow is outside him, and then came Exciting Ranch under the whip and Galaxy Jack. Sky Trist came round the bend. 500 to go. Leads 2 lengths to Wayland giving chase. Streak has gone through the pack and he's got into third and coming home well from Zap One, and Free Flow out wide. 300 metres left to go. Streak is trying to run down Sky Trist. It's Cassidy and Oliver drawing clear of the pack with Zap One getting into third. Streak on the outside end. Sky Trist with 200 to go. It's Streak the outside end. Sky Trist. There's nothing between them. Streak hands and heels from Oliver. Now he pulls the whip. Gets the head in front of Sky Trist, and Streak's going to win again. Streak by a half length to Sky Trist. 5 lengths to a third, or very close between Zap One and Galaxy Jack. Then Free Flow and Wayland. Real Zeal, Beaufort Miss and Exciting Ranch. Stand by for numbers. Streak finishing the better. Now Lucknow Fox will be the last of the 7 to move into the stalls on the outside. Goes into the gates now, half in anyway. Pulled away again. And it looks like he's about to come back in now, Lucknow Fox. In he goes. Set for the last. 1600, off they go now. Unfettered began well. Willie Watt in the all-white pinged away fast, and so too does St Pango on the outside of those two. And they lead early from Lucknow Fox, improving to fourth outside Bisca Go-Go, and then Call Him Hilton. And back last is Kitty's Wish by the 1400 metres. Good speed in this despite the smallish field. And Willie Watt the leader. St Pango is a length away second. 3 lengths back Unfettered. More than 2 lengths to Lucknow Fox. A half Bisca Go-Go. 2 lengths to Call Him Hilton and 2 lengths to Kitty's Wish. They're heading along towards the 1,000-metre mark, and the leader is Willie Watt, 3/4 in front. St Pango is running second. 4 lengths to Unfettered. 3 lengths Lucknow Fox around Bisca Go-Go. About 2.5 lengths then to Call Him Hilton, and Kitty's Wish is last of the 7 down the side now. And it's Willie Watt about a neck in front. St Pango running second. 3 lengths Unfettered, who's had the drop on the 2 leaders. Then Bisca Go-Go niggled out a little on the inside of Lucknow Fox, and 3 lengths Kitty's Wish and Call Him Hilton as last when they came to the home turn. Swinging wide around the bend again, Willie Watt in the all-white. On the outside of him, St Pango, as they corner in front of Unfettered. Bisca Go-Go in the pink sleeves running on, and Lucknow Fox in the gold pull to the outside. In the straight, Willie Watt got away on St Pango, and at the 400 leads about 3, but he wants to roll to the inside. Gouch has a whip in the left hand. Running on is Unfettered and Bisca Go-Go. They're heading to the 200 metres, and Willie Watt is clear. He's about 3 lengths in front. Bisca Go-Go and Unfettered are trying hard. Willie Watt heading to the 100, about 2 lengths in front. Bisca Go-Go Unfettered trying hard to reach Willie Watt. Willie Watt, Willie Ever, he's 2 in front, and the favourite takes the last. Willie Watt is first, beating Unfettered just in front of Bisca Go-Go for the minors. They were well clear then of Kitty's Wish and Lucknow Fox. Call Him Hilton, and St Pango dropped out to last. Willie Watt takes out the last, ridden by Darren Gouchy, prepared by Russell Cameron. The all-white tested a little early by St Pango, who dropped out to run last, but Willie Watt kept going gamely and has won. It's a photo for the minors between Unfettered and Bisca Go-Go, in which Unfettered